Now let's step back and let's go into a bit of anatomy. So we have the direct, we have the indirect pathway. Direct does movement, chooses appropriate plan. Indirect stops movement, locks the inappropriate plan. Clear about this? We have the basal ganglia at the base of the cerebral cortex. Different nuclei which are present together. For this, what I'm going to show you all is a coronal section of the cerebral cortex and the brainstem. What am I going to show? A coronal or a frontal section. So I've cut all the way here and I'm showing you the front view. Okay? So right in the midline. Okay, first let me draw right from the base. Okay, what is this? Spinal cord. What is directly above the spinal cord? Medulla. Then what do we have above the medulla? Pons. Now, what do we have here? We have the midbrain. Okay? What do we have sitting on top of the midbrain? Two ball-like structures. Thalamus. One thalamus here like this, and the other thalamus here like this. Clear about this? What is below the thalamus? There should be something called hypothalamus, but that's in front of the thalamus. What is below the thalamus? What is the word for below in Latin? Sub. So there will be a subthalamus here. What will this be? Subthalamus. So it's like these are two eggs placed in saucers. What is the saucer? Clear about this? Okay. Now, what is on either side of these two plates? You have slices of cheese, right? Or you can think of this as a pizza. What can you think of this as? Pizza or cheese, whatever you like. Right? Pizza with cheese if that's what you like. You see this? What are these? These are called the lentiform nuclei. So two slices of pizza or cheese slices. Now, what passes in between these two structures?
Internal capsule.
Internal capsule. What is the shape of the internal capsule? It is V shape. Have you make out? Fine? Same on this side. So this is the internal capsule. Very good. You guys use the word capsule. What does the word capsule mean? Something which is covering something completely. Can you have half a capsule? It's not a very good capsule if it's half. You have to cover something on both sides for it to be called a capsule. Imagine NASA scientists going with half the capsule open. That's not a capsule, that's a tragedy. Okay? So, if something is covering the lentiform nucleus on this side, there has to be other part of the capsule on the outside. So, if this is internal capsule, there has to be something called external capsule. So, there is something called an external capsule here. You see this? Can you make out? You see the two capsules? This is an internal capsule, this and these are the external capsules. So together they form a capsule-like structure. And what is present inside the capsule? Something which looks like the lens. Something which looks like the lens. This is called the lentiform nucleus. What is this called? Lentiform nucleus. Clear about this? Lens-like structure present within a capsule of white matter. Now next to that you have some more substance here. What is this very thin piece of grey matter? What is this? This is something called the colostrum. What is this? Colostrum. Now this is grey matter. And next to that, what do you think you all will have? Okay. This is one part of the temporal lobe. What part? Which lobe? The temporal lobe. Okay, this is very asymmetric, I'm sorry, but you get the point, right? What have I done here? This I have shown you as the parietal lobes. What is this? Parietal lobes. If I show you where I have cut, okay, this is the view of the central nervous system from the side. What have I done? I have cut, okay, this is the central sulcus. Correct? I have cut the brain through this route. Can you see? Out here would be your temporal lobe, below, and above it would be the parietal. So this is parietal lobe, this is temporal lobe. And what divides the two? What is this? This is called a lateral fissure. What is this? Can you see this? This is the lateral fissure. What is this? Lateral fissure. So this is parietal, this is temporal. And what is this part of the temporal cord? Very, very, very important part. What is this called? This is called the insular cortex. What is this called? Insular cortex. This is very important in the limbic system. This is when you have an ANS response to pain. What is ANS response to pain? You get slapped, you just feel pain, or you start crying. Crying is emotion. What happens to your heart rate? What happens to your breathing? Why? Because every time you feel pain, some fibers are coming and reaching this part of the temporal lobe, insular cortex. So you feel ANS. So this stimulates the ANS response, autonomic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system goes into overdrive. Your heart rate increases, your blood pressure increases, your breathing rate increases, the amount of breath you take shorter breaths but faster. All of these occur with pain. This is responsible for ANS response to pain. Where does the emotion come in? The emotion comes in here. This is called the cingulate gyrus. What is this called? Cingulate gyrus. So you feel bad that I have hit you, or you feel worse that your boyfriend has hit you. It depends person to person. What emotional feelings you have for him versus for me. Okay? I don't want to know the answer to that. That will be very inappropriate. Okay. Next to the colostrum, there is one very thin strand. Can you see this very thin strand? This is internal capsule. This is external capsule. This is extreme capsule. What is this? Extreme capsule. Now I didn't draw that, but since I mentioned it, this is white matter again. Very thin strand of white matter. Now, how do we remember all this? We forgotten one very important mass of grey matter. The rat. We've forgotten the rat which is sitting on the thalamus. There is a rat sitting on the thalamus. This I borrowed from another lecture. Okay, this example. This is rat sitting on this, on the thalamus. So his bum is here. Okay, and he's reaching up and across. He's reaching up and across, and his head is here. So his nose is here, his mouth is here, and he's got a tongue which is like this. Lots of tongue fibers he has. He likes to lick objects, and he loves cheese. He loves cheese. So he's going to reach out to this outer part specifically of the cheese. And he's sitting here, okay, so his entire body is then crossing under. It's crossing under, his tail comes here. Where does his tail come? His tail comes under this cheese. And this is his fluffy tail. Remember, the end of his tail has a fluffy shape to it. In fact, it's not just this shape. This fluffy shape is in the shape of an almond. What is it in the shape of? An almond. So this little fluffiness at the end of the tail is called the amygdaloid body. What is this called? Amygdala. What is this called? Amygdala. And who is this entire rat? He is the caudate nucleus. So this is another grey matter. You have the caudate nucleus. What do you have here? Caudate nucleus. The caudate is like a rat in that it has a head which is up here. It has a body which passes in front of the thalamus. It has a tail which passes underneath and backwards. It passes underneath and backwards. So how is the caudate nucleus placed? It is a C-shaped nucleus. It is a C-shape. This is the caudate nucleus. Can you see it? This is the shape of the caudate nucleus. It's a C-shape. So it's reaching from front, coming back, down and out. Where have you heard of the caudate nucleus? Very good. Chocolate. She gets a chocolate. Lateral ventricle. You heard of it in terms of the lateral ventricle. Where is the lateral ventricle? Everyone can see what I've done. I've drawn the cerebral cortex. Okay. Now where is the lateral ventricle here? The lateral ventricle is again C-shaped structure. This is how the lateral ventricle is placed. This is anterior. This is posterior. See this. This is the lateral ventricle. Can you see this? There are different parts. There's the anterior body, posterior and inferior. Now, just below this and following its contours is the, and what is this end with? Amygdala. What is this which follows it all the way like this? What is this? Caudate nucleus. So it's also C-shaped like this. Can you see? And where is the thalamus? In here, thalamus is right here. Can you see? This is the thalamus. Okay? So it's like a rat which is sitting, reaching forward and front and going down and back. This is the head of the rat. This is the head of the rat, and he's licking something which is present laterally here. So the caudate nucleus has a head, it has a body and it has a tail. And there are two caudate nuclei on either side. So we have rats sitting like this, reaching out. This is what you see when you take a coronal section of the brain. So this is important for your spots as well. What is in between the two thalami? What is in between the two of them? The third ventricle is like very thin structure. What is this? The third ventricle. You see this? This is the third ventricle right here. This is filled with? This is filled with CSF. And if you go up, what do you get here? What is this? This opens up into? What does this open up into? Third ventricle opens up into? इन दोनों के बीच में क्या है ऐसे? What is this?
Flex.
This is third ventricle and this is interventricular foramen of Monroe. So this is the interventricular foramen of Monroe, and then you open this up and this becomes a, what does this become? The lateral ventricle, and this also will have the lateral ventricle. In this diagram again I will cut through this. So what do you see? You are seeing the lateral ventricle का ये part will come here. There is also a cavity here. Can you see this cavity? Can you see these two cavities? Make sense? So these are the lateral ventricles, up here and down here. You also see cavities like this. You also see a cavity going up and coming down like this. And this is the third ventricle. And what does the third ventricle become down here? Cerebral aqueduct. And what does it become at the pons?
The fourth
ventricle. And where does the fourth ventricle end?
The
Middle of the medulla. And then it becomes?
The spinal cord.
And then it ends as? Terminal ventricle. Revision हो गया? Any doubts? Sure?